Hi, it's Jessica from Windhaven Farms, and I'm coming to you today, Monday, August 1st, the first day of August, and I am going to attempt to participate in the Every Bit Counts challenge that's hosted by Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead. I really enjoy her video. She's very inspiring to me, encourages me to actually use the stuff that I'm growing, and since I've expanded my garden so much this year, I thought I could participate in the challenge this year and get things put away for the winter. I also really like her challenges in January, and she also does February, where it's a pantry challenge where you try to use all the stuff that you preserved. So this month, I'm going to try every day in the month of August to preserve at least something. Some days it'll be bigger and some days it'll be smaller. But here I am today, and I am working on the Every Bit Counts challenge. So follow me along this month. I'll try to post weekly videos and see what we get to preserve. So today I picked a whole bunch of strawberries. These are my everbearing strawberries, and I am so thrilled with what they are doing, but I am planning to turn these strawberries into some more jam, and then also maybe strawberry syrup. And if I have enough, I'd like to dehydrate some to see how the kids like them as snacks. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to tackle is these green beans. Okay, so the recipes I'm going to use to preserve and process these strawberries are, one is just the recipe that's included in this Sure Gel package. I buy these at Walmart. I've actually ordered some online too. And normally I make the freezer jam side, which is this side, and we love it, but my freezer only has so much space. So today I'm going to try the cooked recipe side. So that's the recipe I will be following for that. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. I am currently working on my second step of these 14-day sweet pickles. So they have been soaking in salt water for 7 days, and today I get to switch them over and soak them in an alum brine for 2 days, and then we'll make the pickling brine after that. My last step is to take care of the rest of these strawberries. I did not have enough to make the syrup I wanted to make, so that'll have to wait till another day. So I am going to dehydrate these and try to make them as snacks for the kids this winter. So these are carrots that I dehydrated a few days ago, and they've just been sitting in the dehydrator waiting for me. So since I just put the strawberries in there, I now have to take care of these. And so we're hoping to use these in soups and rehydrate them this winter. But I'm gonna go ahead and put them in this jar that I can then vacuum seal and keep them good for a while. So it's the next day, and our strawberries are dehydrated. I would say they have been in there 16 hours probably. I checked them this morning and there was definitely still liquid in them. They feel just about right. A little leathery, they're a little bendy, but definitely no moisture in them. So my son wants to try them. Go ahead.
They taste like a strawberry, and they're rather crunchy.
Crunchy?
Yeah.
Oh, they felt
A
leathery
little
to
bit
me.
on the bendy side,
Mm-hmm.
but they're very good.
You like them?
Yes.
They'd be good wintertime snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know. Good way to preserve our strawberries. My next project is these cucumbers, pickling cucumbers. So we're going to make 14-day pickles and probably some dill pickles while we're at it. So I called the kids down to try the strawberries. And this is what's left, and that's only because I told them to leave some for Daddy to try when he got home. So they gobbled it up probably in less than a minute. They loved them. So that's a success. We'll have to do more of that. This is a saltwater brine that these pickles will sit in for 7 days. And I will stir them every day. And that's the first step of 14-day sweet pickles. These I'm cutting up to make hamburger chips or dill pickles. Okay, so my next project for today and maybe tomorrow is to process this wheat. We harvested this. It's an experiment. My goal was to grow enough wheat to make 1 loaf of bread, and I think we will succeed at that. We've already processed 1 bag of wheat a few weeks ago, but these have been sitting in the house for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I need to get them taken care of, get them in the freezer. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm working on this project outside because it's very dusty. I'm hoping that being outside we don't end up breathing quite so much of it.
Was it a bit of rope griffin tied the grand tail to his plain tail and trotted off with pride.
So I'm working on these strawberries, and I have 3.5 trays ready for the dehydrator, and then I am trying to vacuum seal some to put in the freezer for smoothies and whatever else we decide we need them for. So I thought I'd show you how this works. I've got it in there. With the vacuum seal, it sucks the air out of here, and I don't care if it squeezes the strawberries, squeezing a little bit of juice out of there. Now it's going to try to seal it, but because of all that juice, I'm not sure it's going to work the best. I might have to stop it early. I did that with the zucchini. As the juice got sucked up in there, I just went ahead and manually stopped it. And because of that juice, I'm going to seal it a second time, just because I'm finding with the zucchini that works better when there's a lot of liquid in there. But these will be great for smoothies, for strawberry shortcake, strawberry sundaes, all sorts of things. Now we open it up, and I believe we got a seal on there. But I do think the next one I will stop early. Yeah, it is sealed, so that's good. But I'm going to stop the next one early so we don't get all that juice up there at the top. I can see when it's starting to get that juice, and I'm going to just stop it and seal it. So it's been a long day. I spent a lot of it mowing, and then we had a problem with the baby chicks because the big ones are picking on them to the point that it was bloody. I don't know if it's going to make it, but I had to come up with a new solution. So I quickly came up with a cage to put mama and babies in so that they're safe. But anyways, that leaves me already this evening. I am going to tackle these potatoes, and I've never tried canning potatoes before, but I have so many of these red ones and they just won't keep very long. So I'm going to go ahead and try to can them. So the first thing I'm going to do is wash them. Okay, the potatoes are all washed. Next step is to peel them. And before I do that, I'm going to get my water boiling with my jars so they'll be getting hot, because that takes a long time. And I'm sure peeling these is going to take a long time. Okay, the potatoes are all cut up and washed again. The next step is to boil them for 10 minutes. So here we have our jars boiling, so they'll be hot. Whoa, they'll be hot to receive those potatoes. And here we have our potatoes just about ready to boil, and then I gotta time them for 10 minutes. Okay, Okay, so I'm in the middle of canning these potatoes. I filled my jars and I used the water that the potatoes were boiling in, but I ran short. That's one thing that seems to happen to me a lot when I'm canning, is I don't have enough boiling water. So I currently have my kettle over there. I'm gonna fix my problem with a little more boiling water before I get these in my pressure canner, which is ready for them. And then while I've been waiting, in the meantime, I have been over here washing cucumbers to start another batch of pickles. Now, mind the messy kitchen. It's been another one of those days. Made rye bread for supper, but back there, it's not very good lighting either. You can see the pickles that I have started. So these are my most advanced, and they only have 2 days left before they can be canned. This is on the first step, but Saturday it moves to the second. These are on the first step, and Tuesday they move to the second step. And then of course the pickles that I'm working on now are going to be starting. So it's quite the process to make these 14-day pickles. Well, it's 10 o'clock at night, and I finally got my canning project done. I have to say that canning potatoes does not smell the best. It just has a weird smell. That one, the water rushed out when I opened the lid, even though I feel like I did everything right. So I'm back at it today. I got more strawberries I picked this morning, and we're going to make strawberry jam again today. So I have my pot ready, getting my canning water going with my jars in there heating up. So that's my first project of today. So it's 7 o'clock at night, but I had to get caught up on some bookwork today, so I am tackling my second preservation project of the day, and that is freezing some of this corn on the cob. We love it fresh. We've struggled with freezing in the past, but we have an aunt that showed us that it could be delicious, so we're giving it another go. And I have blanched it in this pot. These are soaking in ice water, trying to. Those have been iced, and I am drying them off, cutting them off the ear. And then I am putting them on this pan to freeze for a little bit, and then I will use my vacuum sealer to put them in little bags and keep them in the freezer. Okay, so I've got them all cut off, the ears, and there's a pan in the freezer already, and this is another pan that will go in the freezer, and then I have all the cobs in there. So after they freeze a little bit, just to get the moisture frozen, then I will vacuum seal them. I find with moisture, the vacuum sealer just doesn't do its job. So I'm gonna try flash freezing them, basically, to allow them to vacuum seal better. We are having a potato sorting party. So the kids are separating. They did the red ones already, so we have smalls and mediums.
Now there's smalls.
And then we have a box of ones that need to be used right away. And now they are doing the Yukon Golds. So we have the really big ones, the medium ones, the really little ones, and then the ones that need to get used right away. So I have lots of helpers, and I really appreciate that. This is a job that needed to get done, so that we use the ones first that need to use first, so that we don't waste any. And while they're doing that, I'm folding laundry. Okay, my corn's been freezing for about an hour. It's not frozen solid, but the liquid is frozen, and so I just sealed my first bag, and that's the best seal I've gotten yet. So having that moisture frozen before vacuum sealing it worked really, really well. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. We're going to hit vacuum seal and let it run the whole process. Now it's started sealing. Seal on it, and that is solid. is vacuum sealed well. And so that'll keep the freezer burn out, which will be much better for long-term storage. And I blanched these, so these should keep throughout the winter for us. Okay, so my corn is done for the day, and there's 3 cups in each bag. So that's 12 cups of corn ready for the freezer, along with the jelly I did today. Okay, so this morning I canned my first batch of 14-day sweet pickles. So it took 14 days to get these ready at this point to can, and I am really excited. I think they've all sealed. They'll sit there for a little bit longer, but that is exciting. I've got lots more batches of those to do, but the first one is done. And then, I'm sorry I haven't filmed, but I had to get this salsa going before I went into town to pick up our grocery order. So this is salsa, and there's a lot of chopping. Shouldn't hold it that close. There's a lot of chopping to do to get that going, and then I cook it for quite a while. It's been cooking since about 1 o'clock, and I'll let it go a little bit longer. So I'm working on that today. And then I'm making breakfast burritos that I put in the freezer because my daughter loves them. So it's sausage and eggs with cheese wrapped up in a tortilla shell. And so easy, just grab it out, microwave it, and you have breakfast or lunch or dinner, whenever you want them. So that's great. And then down here I also have more cucumbers to deal with today. I'm thinking about making pickle relish. So we'll see if I get to that today. So it's 8:20 at night and I'm still at it. I'm making a saltwater brine to start another batch of 14-day pickles. I am making my brine from my relish. This will go on top of my chopped up veggies for the relish. It's onions, bell peppers, and cucumbers. And it'll sit until tomorrow evening. There's my cucumbers awaiting their saltwater brine. I managed to get my salsa done. So I have 4.5 quarts, which was pretty good for the day. And then of course my 14-day sweet pickles that I was able to can this morning. So it's been a really busy day in the kitchen, and I will be glad for bed. Hey guys, it's Saturday night and I'm finally sitting down. It feels so good. I'm showered, I'm clean. There's thunder rumbling outside, which is one of my favorite things in the evening that we don't get a whole lot of around here. But it's been a busy week preserving. I'm going to get this video edited, so hopefully y'all can watch it on Sunday if you want to. And I will try to continue to video as I preserve next week. It's going to be a crazy week next week because my oldest is having a birthday. And so we have friends and family coming over and things to do to get ready for that. And believe it or not, I have to clean the house. And when I'm doing all this preserving, sometimes the house cleaning does not get done. So I'm not sure what I'll be able to preserve next week, but I will document whatever I find time to fit in. I don't think it'll be as much as this week, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for watching my videos and supporting my business at my farm stand or just by watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and have a good week.